And we're live. Welcome, welcome everybody to Sisters United Hangout. Sorry, we're coming a little bit late, but a little bit of tech difficulties, but we are all here. And today our topic is the power of living in the moment, power of being in the moment. Okay. But before we get into that, I want to just quickly go across the panel. We've got people that are popping in and out. Some folks day after Easter and such, and they have family, and they'll be running it. We'll have people literally running it out from all around the world. I am Valerie Jampolsky. I am the Abundance Mom Freedompreneur from Abundance Now, and I'm here in Los Angeles. And I am a single mom. I've got twin 6-year-old boys. This is wild. When I first started this, I was saying 5-year-old boys, twin 6-year-old boys, and I'm just so blessed that I can be here. A second ago, I actually had little Jordan was here. He's gone back into the other room. And I'm here. I get to be here with my kids, whereas, and I know it's a holiday week for a lot of people, but for me it's interesting. On any Monday, I get to be with my kids. Any Monday, I'm not rushing off, shuffling them off to some pre-care, or preschool care, or anything like that, or to nannies or whatever. And like I used to be an attorney, and that's what I would have been doing, getting ready, rushing the kids. Rushing around. Jordan's in the other room. He was just here with me a second ago. Jaden's passed out in the chair next to me because he likes to be close to mommy when I do these. And we've got some cool, fun stuff planned for the day. And we always do. That's the thing. Oh, Narshaee, I'm just here. Yes. So, I made a powerful decision. And it was also that I really wanted to make a difference. I knew that what I was doing was not feeding my soul. It just was not feeding my soul. I mean, talking about living and being in the moment, not part of my job as an attorney, trust me, was not. So I am just very, very, very thrilled to be here and to be able to have this life of freedom here with all these incredible women from around the world you're about to meet. Really cool. So I'm going to pass the baton over. And for me, it's 7:24 in the morning in Los Angeles, and I'm about to pass the baton over to CJ. CJ, you're live.
Yay! Good morning. It is Monday, 10:24 a.m. for me. I live in Spring Hill, Florida. For me, I was an only child, and I am now raising 3 very energetic boys who are 9, 6, and 4. So every day of my life is an adventure because I'm not used to that many kids. For me, I used to work for corporate America. I worked for the company for 14 years. During that time period, I did the typical corporate crazy hours. I worked the 12 to 16-hour shifts, and I even worked Monday through Saturday. My only days off were on Sundays. And I did this while carrying and delivering and having 3 of my boys before I made the decision to become a stay-at-home mom and join this freedom community because I wanted to be a mom. I was tired of saying no to my children. I was tired of my children not enjoying life. It hurt me. It broke my heart that I was blessed to go from an only child to have 3 boys and being surrounded by boy love all day long and hugs and kisses, and then not be able to enjoy it, not be able to take that moment and those energies and the happiness and the giggles and the yelling and the screaming and the roughhousing and just not to have that around me 24/7 was breaking my heart, and believe it or not, it was making me miserable inside. And I made the decision that after 14 years, I walked away from my job. I'm not typical, so that may not be your case, but I couldn't. For me, it was not for me. I had to do it. I couldn't take it anymore. I had to find something different, whether it was another job or. Lucky enough for me, I was blessed to find this amazing freedom community where I'm able to work from home. I'm able to work when it's free and when it's able for my family, around my family's schedule. We are also a homeschool family. I homeschool kindergarten, 1st grade, and 4th grade from home. So as you can imagine, that's a very interesting schedule the days as well. But we can do homeschooling wherever, whenever. We can do it at the parks, museums, aquariums. So we're not only learning together, we're playing together. Not only are we playing together, we're making memories together. And this is what my children will remember for the rest of their life, is that mommy was there and daddy was there. Not that, oh, we had to plan our vacations or we had to plan our days in weeks in advance or figure out what we were doing. No, a lot of the times we wake up, we roll out of bed, and we look at each other and say, okay, what's today's curriculum? Where are we going today? And that's what I like about this. That's what I like about being a mom, is enjoying that moment of when you can say, sweetie, what do you want to do today? Or, sweetie, what would you like to do in 2 weeks when mommy has a day off? Because that's really what it comes down to when you have a job and you have other responsibilities. So that was the reason why I made this decision, is for my kids, and I will stand behind them, and I will never give up on them, and I'll never walk away from this community. I love you, ladies.
Love you too. And yeah, I think you said you're in Florida, and it's like, what, it's like 10:27?
10:27.
Yeah, cool. Now we are going to cross the pond, as they say. Irina.
Hi, ladies. Well, I'm Irina. I'm speaking from Portugal. For me, it's 3:28 p.m. on the Monday afternoon. It's sunny, a little bit cloudy here in Portugal, and I'm very happy to be on this hangout with these amazing women. Two are in the States and one in Australia, I think, and I'm in Portugal. That is absolutely amazing. So I am a mother of a boy, a 2-year boy, and I used to be an attorney, but I was always thinking, well, that should be some way for me to spend time with my kids, to live the life that I want, a life of freedom, to leave these corporate jobs that I used to have here in Portugal. And I was always dreaming of that. And when I was dreaming of a life like that, I was always thinking, oh, no, that's not for me. That's for other people, because I have to do this kind of job. I have to be an attorney. That's why I went to law school. So that's my life. I have to how do you say? I have to accept it. So I continued to live a life that I didn't want. I was unhappy in my profession, but I didn't have the courage to live the life of my dreams. When I became a mother, I realized that it wasn't about me anymore. I realized that that life gave me a second chance. For me to be happy, for me to live the life that I wanted, for me to fulfill my dreams. And I realized when I became a mother that I had to be my best version, because I am raising a child. I am raising a man from the future, if that makes sense for you. As we all are. We all are raising men and women from the future. So I feel a sense of responsibility, and I believe that being my best version, by being happy, by being free, that I am giving him an example for him to live his dreams and to pursue his dreams. Because if I am unhappy in my own life, and I'm saying to my children, go ahead and live the life of your dreams. I believe in you. You can do it. And I'm all unhappy and at home and feeling sad about myself and feeling frustrated in my life and in my profession and dreaming about all the things that I wanted to do. What kind of example am I giving to my children? So that's why I decided to have the courage to live an extraordinary life, and that is why I am here with you, ladies, living the present moment.
Love it, love it. I'm so excited to be able to see you again soon. We're going to be, we get to travel and see each other. We were just in Miami, and a bunch of us were going to be together in Nashville soon. So I am going to, actually, before I pass it over to Naja, I want to say hi. I think we have some folks, I know we have lots of folks watching in the community. I just got a note from someone, our friend Sky. Well, wonderful, another wonderful woman in our community. Sky is watching us. Hi, Sky. Say hi in the chat to us. And I'm just going to take a quick look. If anybody else is there, quickly say hi. Say hi where you are in the world. I'm going to just go quickly take a look. And
we have Cheryl watching from Germany. Hey, sweetie.
Oh, thank you, CJ. Cheryl watching from Germany. Hi, Cheryl. Who else have we got on? Maybe some
And then Sky said hi from Aussie already.
Hi, Sky from Aussie, cool. And anybody else, if you're watching, and even if you're watching in the replay, shout out where you're, at this point when we're talking to you, right? Shout out where you're watching from, even if you're watching in the replay, because we do go back and through time and space, we're all, this recording will be up for 2 weeks until the next hangout, right? So it'll be a chance for you to communicate and say hi and be a part of the conversation. So we would love, as we're going through this, tell us your thoughts, anything you want to add to it, and we will be stopping at certain points and literally pulling you into the conversation with us. So welcome, 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 everybody watching from all over the world. And I'm going to go on over to Narshaee. Just quickly introduce yourself, and then we'll hop into our topic.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I thought we might have been having the same problem as the other day.
Yeah,
okay, I'm Narshaee. I have 5 of my own kids, and I have 3 stepsons. So we have 8 kids. I've just become a grandmother for the second time about 2-3 weeks ago. Yeah, so the reason why I started doing this was, at first, it was to get me out, back into the real world. But over the time, I've really found who I am, and I'm starting to connect with myself and others who are like-minded. And yeah, it's like a freedom of, for me, it's a freedom of spirituality. I'm finding who I am, and it's just amazing. So this for me is I get to stay home, I get to still be a full-time mum, I still get to be who I am because I'm more than just a mum. So yeah, I don't really have a lot to say today, but yeah.
That's wonderful. Just let everybody know where you are and what time it is.
Okay, I'm in Sydney, Australia. It's 20 to 2 in the morning.
Amazing.
So early, late, early.
Yeah, 1:30 in the morning for you. Cool.
Yes.
Amazing. And we see literally spanning the globe. I love that. Absolutely love it.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Our topic, which was provided by Miriam, who may or may not be able to hop out with us today, but thank you, Miriam, for the topic. One of our other sisters that sometimes is out here with us. And it was, the power of living in the moment. Okay, so I'm going to start into it, and I would just love anybody, whether you're watching it live, whether you're watching it in the replay, and all of us here in the panel, to hop in. Free flow on this. Well, all of us will be speaking, but just any thought that you have, just to jump in on me here as we go across the panel. And for me, there's a wonderful thing about living in the moment, because the reality is, and living in the moment, it's so many people live where they are worried about the future or feel guilty about the past, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you do those things, I don't know if those of you have heard me talk about that, what ends up happening is you're literally releasing toxic chemicals into your body. You're using your wonderful power of imagination to go into a negative space, to like create the very thing you're worrying about, or the very thing that you're feeling guilty about. Whatever it is, if you're throwing it into some visualization or emotional space of what you think or worried might happen in the future, or concerned about feeling bad about something that might have happened in the past, you're releasing toxic chemicals into your body. Shuts off the left and right hemisphere of your brain, which then shuts off your frontal cortex, where the pineal gland is, all of that, your creative thinking, your resourcefulness, all of that, your access to source, your access to wisdom, your access to all of it, just shut down. And what ends up happening is you're literally not in your right mind. And in the present, you're not able to actually take positive, powerful action. That's one side to it, just one piece. The other thing is you're missing the power of what is actually in the moment. Because everything is always here and now. Right here and now, we have there's an eternal broadcast. I was to put it, there's an eternal broadcast of, from the universe, love, God, whatever you want to call it, in the present moment, of love and beauty and joy. And when you're in the present moment, and you allow yourself to take a deep breath and just feel into life itself, I don't know how else to put it, you can be open to experiencing the wonder of what's here right now. Right now, your physical circumstances, your financial circumstances currently have absolutely nothing to do with your future, because your physical circumstances are actually a reflection of the past. Whether good or bad, they're a reflection of your past thinking, your past feeling, your past emotions, all of that. And the actions that you took based on that space. That's what it is. So it has no reflection on the future. And if you think about it, like we started this hangout, whatever it was, a few minutes ago, right? And, you know, I could talk about what my feelings and emotions were. My son was here right beforehand. We took a little picture with him. He really wanted to be in the picture. And his smiling. He was like, oh, he's like, oh, like this in the picture. Now he's off in the other room. But it's like, okay, that happened then. And I'm here talking now. But if I didn't enjoy the moment of him being with me at that moment, that moment is gone. CJ is one of talking about this. That moment is gone. Right? The moments that we have with our families, the moments we have with our loved ones, the moments everything is, if you're always reaching for the future, right, and are worried about the past. Now, there's in terms about creating your future, right? It's all, ironically enough, the most powerful way is not about thinking about when I will get something. It's about understanding that it's already been given. Any of your dreams, allow yourself to dream. Feel it in the moment, because that's also living in the moment. Living in the moment, living the experience, it's something that is not physically manifested yet, because it's all here in the now. I say abundance now, right? I talk about saying abundance now because the abundance is always here. It's here by experiencing those precious moments, but it's also even on a deeper level, for those of you that may understand, really understand how the law of attraction works and all of that. It's about seeing a future and understanding it's already yours. Like for those that may have like celebrated Christmas, you know, and it's Christmas Eve and you're all the little child that's so excited about what's about to happen, right? You know, you could say they're not living in the moment, but in a weird way they really are, because they're living the experience of something that hasn't happened, and that frankly creates it. Anybody that's ever created anything powerful, they allow themselves to feel their dreams, but feel it here in the moment. It's happening now, and they get to experience the joy of that now and then take action in that direction. So this isn't about not focusing on your dreams. It's about living them here in the now, and also taking in the moment of everything that's happening. The beauty in the moment, the love in the moment, you know, the experience, the loves and the giggles for those of us that have kids, or anything, just in, you know, just literally getting quiet within and feeling the essence of what's here all around us. Like, I'll be driving in traffic and I can look out the window and see all these people, and I can be upset about the fact of what's going on, or I can go, wow, there's all these beings. I'm not in traffic very often because of what I do, but I accidentally find myself in it. But like, all these beings, all these beautiful beings, all going somewhere and doing something and feeling into the beauty of all these people. I know that sounds goofy, but if you allow yourself, there's power in that moment, even. And feeling the love and the beauty, or looking just for a split second and feeling the energy of a tree, as to put it. Something like that. Nature does that. I have a powerful connection to that. So I'm gonna pop on off. I know I dropped out a whole bunch of different weird things, but that's what the power of living in the moment means to me. I'm gonna pop on over to CJ, and then I'm also gonna go look at the chat and see what's going on in there. CJ, you are up.
Hello. Yeah, this is actually a very important topic that a lot of people, they lose focus on, and they get so stuck, like Val was saying, in the negativity, in the guilt, in the past, and they forget to move forward. They forget to take that step and that belief within themselves that it is possible. For me, I had lost 2 children to a miscarriage, and I was told by 2 doctors that I would never be able to conceive children. Now, if I would have stayed in that mindset and not trusted me to go to another doctor and live in another moment, I would not be blessed with my 3 amazing babies. I mean, they're my life. They're my everything. But with me working corporate, I was missing out on so many moments. I was missing out on so many memories. And one thing you realize, that when you watch your children do something through somebody else's eyes, through a picture that you get on your cell phone, and you weren't there, that's when you understand how quick a moment can pass you by. How fast a memory will be gone forever, except in somebody else's eyes. These are my children, and I should be enjoying these memories with them. I should be enjoying these moments. Those pictures and images should be on my cell phone, not somebody else's cell phone. And that was what really pushed me and motivated me to fight harder and believe in myself, because nobody else will. At the end of the day, it's you. You are the one that has to find that strength within you to live in the now, not in what everybody in the past has told you how to live and how your life should be and how the path should be, and you have to do what we did and you have to do what they did and you have to, no. You can break that cycle. You can break that torturous circular cycle of path of how your family was raised and lived and how they passed it down from generation to generation to generation. For me now, if I go to the beach, I just sit there. And my boys do it now too. We just sit. We turn off the world and we just listen. And when you just turn everything off and just listen is when you really wake up and understand how important, how precious life is. And if you don't stop and slow down, before you know it, it's gone. And once that moment is gone, it never comes back again, ever. They're never going to be that little tiny face again. They're never going to be that little tiny foot again. They're never going to have those little tiny hands again. They're not going to go to the museum and explore something that in that particular face again, because children change every single day. And at what point are you going to say, I'm watching this change with them, not hearing about it?
Yeah.
And that's what you need to ask yourself. And that's what I ask myself every day and remind myself every day why I'm here.
Mm-hmm. It's so powerful, CJ. And and you know, for anybody, just quickly, if you want to know how it is that you can connect with us. There's a lot of people that have come with us that are now on our panel that started actually by finding us this way somehow. You just click underneath. There's a button you can click. And whoever invited you here, you'll be connected. You know, they'll be able to communicate with you afterwards, and you'll connect with all of us in the background here as well. And you know, excited, or you'll send a message to the person who invited you here, and they can give you some more information as well. But clicking below is really. But by the way, just so you know, so you lift the thing on it with us, with our community. I think right now you can actually get in and just even take a look around for like $7.
Yes, it's a $7 trial right now.
I don't know how much longer that's going to be there, but it is there right now. You can do that, right? You can go in and literally go in on the inside with us and learn the information, but also it's like $7 to get in and potentially just shift everything around for you and start with us. But and by the way, I want to say hi also to Cheryl. She's in Germany, so we've got some folks in Germany watching, which is really kind of cool. So okay, so I'm gonna pull out Irina, and let us know also your thoughts on what living in the moment is. Everybody watching this on the page itself.
Wow, I got emotional with CJ. I want to get in. No, it was very powerful because I related to what CJ was talking about. Yesterday it was Easter Sunday, and I was at the table with my mother-in-law, and my son was playing in the living room, and we were at the kitchen, and then suddenly I felt his hand on my arm, and I looked down, and his little face was staring at me, and his little eyes, his sweet, sweet little eyes, and suddenly he told me, "Oh, sweet mommy." Oh my God. And I felt, wow, that's living in the moment. My heart took a picture of that moment. I froze in that moment because those moments make sense to us, give us purpose in life. being a mother for me, it's everything. That's why some days when we get challenged, because we all have challenges. I think to myself, why are you here? Why are you living a different life? Why do you believe in a different perspective of life? And boy, do I believe it, because I'm always remembering when I was unhappy and frustrated, especially on Mondays, because on a Monday for me it was a very difficult day, because I was always thinking, oh my God, another week that I have to spend in this horrible job that I don't like, that I don't feel fulfilled, that I'm not happy with. Why am I doing this? Because of money? Because of what society thinks of me? Because of what my neighbors think of me? And I didn't have the courage to step forward, but to the life that I wanted. But the universe never sleeps, and I dreamt so many times to being free, because I don't like a job that has a schedule, that you are told when to eat, when to go to the bathroom, when to take vacation. I'm a free spirit, you know, and I was not very happy about it. The universe doesn't sleep. And when I got pregnant on October 2012, I was fired, not because of that, but because of the crisis here in Portugal. And as I said on the beginning, the universe gave me a second chance. It tested me. It told me, Irina, do you really, really want to change? Do you really want to have a different life? And I told yes. And I started to find a solution to live the life that I wanted. I found this community, this amazing community. I tell you, there is nothing out there that compares to what we have here. We had an event here in Portugal, not this weekend, the last one, and it was amazing. There were people from all around the world, and we gathered there for 3 days on a magnificent hotel near the sea, and we talked about our vision. And it's so good when we feel at home. It's so good when we build something together, because we are not going to make it by ourselves. We need support, we need people, we need a team. And that's what I found here in this community, a team of people that are willing to help you to rise, to help you to live your dreams. But as CJ told before, you have to do it by yourself. You have to, in the end of the day, you have to have that strength, that vision, that power to believe in your dreams, to live the life that you want right now. Not to be happy when you have that car, or when you have that house, or when you have that children that you want to have and that you don't have right now. Is to feel happy by being yourself, by loving yourself, by accepting what you have at the moment and feel good about it. Because life is about that. It's about feeling grateful for what we have now, and open our hearts to the future. So when I wasn't at this community, I was always feeling anxiety and always thinking about the future. Oh my God, if I don't have money to do that. Oh my God, if I get sick. Oh my God, if my husband is cheating on me. Nonsense. But just to give you an example, I was always thinking about the future and always worrying about problems that I didn't have, and that I was not going to get through it. My mind was always thinking about the wrong things. And what I realized is that I have the power to control my thoughts. I have the power to live my life at this moment, and I have the power to build the future that I want to build. But for that, I have to be grateful for what I have at this time, at almost 4 p.m. here in Portugal. And I'm very grateful for that. I'm very grateful for the family that I have, for this community, and to have the possibility to be here at this hangout with these amazing people, to connect with people and women all around the world, because that is what life is all about, to connect with people, with good people, and share our lives with the people that we choose to.
Well, I love that, Irina. Love that. It's just so powerful. And it's when I want to say, this is the thought that came up before it goes away. Yeah, and and the thing about the future. I mean, you just demonstrated what I was talking about at the beginning. The idea of when you're thinking, when you're worrying about worst case scenarios. Oh my God, what if this, what if that? You literally create that. And you're what ifing that. That's using the power of your imagination. Because when you do that, you're literally living in the. What's interesting is when you do that, we're always here in the present. We just don't realize it. You're living in the present moment, an imagination of a future, and that's actually how we create things. We live. Everything's still in the moment. You're living in the moment. What happens if my husband does this? What happens if this thing happens and I don't have money to pay my bills? What happens if this happens and la 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 la, right? All the what ifs into the negative. You're literally in the present moment, living the experience of imagining that. And the universe responds to it, right? That's what you're doing when you do that. The universe responds to it. So if you're worrying about the future like that, the universe responds to it, and it also clouds your ability to take action in the moment. But it literally, you get more of that. It's just what happens, right? And whereas if it's the exact opposite, and you start, and this is not about not enjoying the moment, and everything that CJ was talking about appreciating the precious moments that are here and now, but it's also allowing yourself to currently live a big dream, because we are here, we're always expanding. So this is definitely about dreaming, but dreaming, understanding that by living into the present moment, like experiencing now, instead of worrying about what could happen, what if this, what ifing something powerful, what if I could transform the world, what if these wonderful things are happening, what if my finances are so different I can do anything that I want, what if I'm traveling with my family and going to beautiful places and having them experience things together, what if, right? And it's not about not living in the moment, it's about doing the exact opposite of worry, and not about reaching in to go, well, I wish it could be that way, and the moments of your life are passing you by. It's a different thing. You're going, well, I wish I could have that, but I wish I could have that, but. Instead, it's about experiencing, like Irina was talking about vision. You were talking about vision at this event, right? You were talking about vision and experiencing, in the present moment, experiencing what that is, and also appreciating the little things. So when we talk to you, because I used to rail against this, appreciate what you have in the moment. And I get pissed at it. I'm just getting real with you here. I get pissed at it. Because I don't like my physical. But I didn't like my physical circumstance. I didn't like what was going on. It's like, what, you want me to just compromise? And just say, I'm just, just suck it up. This is the way it is. Go to your job and la 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 la. This is the way life is. No. That's not what we're talking about. When we talk about living in the moment, it's not about saying, well, I have my beautiful children and I should just be thankful for what I have and don't dream about the future. I'm just getting real on this, because that's a take that some people take on that when they hear that. We're not talking about that. I don't think any of us are talking about that. We're talking about appreciating the incredible beauty and wonder of what we have, like if you have children, or in the moment, the experience of what's there. And at the same time, opening yourself up, because at all moments, we are always expanding, and allowing yourself to see the future that is yours. and allowing yourself to enjoy that future right here and now, even before it manifests. Because the reality is, when you can allow yourself to go into that and enjoy the excitement of what is the dreams, if we allow ourselves to open up to that, you'd be amazed at what you can access when you do that. You're not only experiencing the joy in the present moment of what's with you that is to be enjoyed, but you're also allowing it to continue to be that way by living it in the present moment and allowing yourself to live that dream and opening up to the vision of what to do next. It's just, it's coming from a different place. It's not coming from a wishful thinking place. It's coming from a knowing that it's yours. But if you can see that dream, as we're talking about the way that we're living our lives, instead of going, oh, I wish, feel it now, and then you can open to inspired action that's right under your nose, right? That's the difference. I don't know if you want to pop out on that a little bit, Irina, about what I just said on that, because I know, you really dug into vision on this at your event and what that means. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes. In our event, we made a few exercises to clarify our vision, because how can I explain you this? How more details you put in your vision, the better. Because if you live your vision daily, if you speak your vision daily, it will become stronger and stronger every day. And by speaking of vision, I believe that my vision is to help other women here in this world. I truly do. I want to help men also, but somehow I feel connected with women and with all our power. And we talked about that, Valerie, in Miami on that mastermind that we had, because I am a mother of a boy, but I truly feel that I am connected with women and with our wisdom, inner wisdom, and I want to help thousands of women all around the world. And about 2 years ago, when I started on this community, that wasn't my vision. My vision is merely to earn some money, to stay at home with my boy. As I started to work and to get off the garbage that I had in my mind, and when I started to realize that I was creating my life, the bad things and the good things. And that's what you have to understand right now. You that are hearing us on the replay or live, you have the ability to create your life. I'm sorry, you have the ability to create your bad stuff also. It's the truth. Just do some examples, just do some experiences, and try just for a week to erase all the bad thoughts in your mind. Just try to think, just as Valerie told, what if I can travel with my kids? What if I can be free? What if I can buy that house or that car, or to help my mother or my grandmother or my neighbors? What if? And I promise you that you will feel very, very powerful and optimistic about your future. And one thing that I want to tell you is that when you start to feel optimistic about your future, just embrace it. Do not close yourself to the good. Open yourself. Stop suppressing your blessings, because life is all about good, and sometimes we just spend too much time thinking about the bad news, what the people did us on our past, or what we were thinking in our past, or what we did. Stop about it. Today you have the power. Now you have the power to start a new story. And that's what we talk about in our event, about the vision, the future that we wanted to have, that we wanted to help other people to have. And one thing that David came here to Portugal, told us is that just let it go, just release, just forgive, because sometimes we are thinking or stuck in the past, stuck in bad feelings, in bad moments, in bad things that happen to us, just let it go. Just let it go. Because if you don't let it go, those things are always there, always annoying you, always. I don't know the expression in English, but they are always there, and you just won't be able to advance, get forward in life if you don't release, if you don't forgive those people and those things that happened to you on the past. So that's what we talked about in our event. We did. Some of us did the King's speech. I mean the Queen's speech. Yeah, and it's powerful because many people here in Portugal didn't knew King's speech, and since that weekend they started doing it, and I promise you, wonderful things are happening in those people's lives. And I'm very happy to share that with the world.
It's so beautiful, Irina. It's so beautiful. Yeah, I just I love that. I love that. You know, everybody doing, you know, embracing that within themselves. CJ, you look like you have something you want to say.
No, I'm in awe. I mean, this is incredible. Everyone's just talking from the heart and talking about with true love and compassion, and it's so powerful to hear this, and it makes me feel so good.
That's great. Naja, I'd love to bring you out and hear what you have to say on all this.
Okay, mine is kind of completely different to all of your visions and things like that. If you know, I didn't get to go to school, so reading and writing to me has been a big issue my whole life. When I first started this business, I could read a little bit and I could write. Spelling was horrible, and I started this business about 9 months ago. And for me, living in the moment was sitting with my kids the other day. We all had pen and paper, we all had books, and we were actually all reading together because I can now read their books they bring home from school. So for me, I got to sit there and actually knew what it said. I understood what it was about, and I got to sit there and talk with my kids about a book because like education to me is so important. So being able to sit there with them and help them with their homework, or be able to read a book with them, or just the everyday mum things, it just warms my heart that I can do things like that with them now. So mine's completely different to all of you, but for me, living in the moment was sitting there, being able to read with my kids.
Love that.
So, yeah, that's a big thing to me. The other day we went for a drive, and I noticed I always have a pen and paper wherever I go because I get ideas and I forget, so I write it down. We were driving along, and my 2 girls were sitting in their seats. They both had pen and paper, asking me continuously, how do you spell a word? And that, for me, it just shows when you do something, your kids watch and they will do what you do. So now they see me read a lot, they see me write a lot, and we listen to a lot of motivational or books or whatever, and they actually enjoy doing what I'm doing. So I got to reconnect with my kids on a completely different level from the mother who was lonely, angry, sad, all of that, to who I am now. So that is a massive thing for me. I've reconnected with my kids on a completely different level, and that's living in my moment, is being able to read with them.
I love that. I love that. Being able to do that, and ironically, with what you do when you're reading and you're doing and you're listening to motivational audio, it's actually part of your quote unquote job is to do that and to be with your kids. This is the beauty of all this. I love this. This is so cool.
Yes.
CJ, do we have any comments? PC, do we have any comments on the page of anybody that's put their thoughts in and what living in the moment or anything that we've talked about is?
No, we have no new comments.
It's okay. I'm going to encourage
Valerie?
you guys. Well,
Valerie,
yes.
can I just say something?
Yeah, absolutely. Just hop out. Oops, I'm gonna pull out your
What Narshaee was talking about got me emotional again. I don't know what's going on today. But what she was telling is all about what we do here.
Yes.
Is to empower women
Mm-hmm.
is
Yes.
to empower
That's
women. So congratulations, Narshaee, for being
thank
an
you.
example to other women. Yes,
Exactly.
congratulations.
Thank you.
That is what I do. What I do is to empower women. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing that. Thank you.
It's
Thank you.
beautiful. It's beautiful, and that you're expanding it to your kids. It's just, it's
Yeah.
wonderful. It's so inspiring. I mean,
It's nice to be able to do that.
yeah, I've got to tell you. I mean, this is, in this community, a lot of people that you're watching this, there's people, some of you that watch this, and this is actually a bit of a lifeline. And I never knew that until after people have told us. Learning and hearing the things that we say. Some of this might be new to some of you, or just one piece of it triggers something. And who knows? There might be a day where you too are here on the panel with us. I mean, I remember, Naja, when you were watching us, you weren't here yet.
Yeah.
So it's so cool. So cool to have, to see the connection.
It's really nice what the kind of tools you learn through this business. With like believing in yourself and things like that. Who I was when I started, I don't remember that woman anymore. I'm completely different. I get a completely different mind frame, a completely different person, mother, wife, and everything to who I was. So for me, it's more about the transformation that I've had. The business is good, but the personal growth, the personal worth that I've found within myself is it's just unbelievable. I've only just noticed all this week. It's been a very powerful week for me because we spoke to Dee Rengio the other day, and her words were they just really moved me with the beautiful things that she had to say about personal development and family, and yeah, it's been a nice week.
Yeah, I love that. What Dee came up with is just amazing. And we're all going to be connecting in the future. A lot of us are going to be together in Nashville. We'll be with Dee. We're going to be in an event with David. All these people that we're talking about, which is very, very excited about. But we're all going to be together. So if you're watching this and you want to know how the heck can we join you and see you all, we are going to be. We're going to be in Nashville near the end of April. So let us know because there's I think there's a special going on right now as well to get for new people to get special access tickets as well to join with it uniquely available right now. So, but anyways, I'm just really grateful to be here with all of you and and to do this, and for all of you that are watching this, to realize that you're take in the moments, and allow yourself to vision into a future where you get to, in the present moment, experience what it is, because it's always here in the now, right? Like even like it's funny, I remember when I was planning and wanted to get myself to go to Bali, right? I'm going this. I was I want, and this is my birthday this year. So back in the fall, I was in Bali with my kids. And before that, I remember when the first choice came up, like to go to Bali. Am I going to be able to make it to Bali? I want to go to Bali. I thought, you know what? Let's go back to the roots and go back to my roots. And I went, okay. And I saw myself in Bali. And then I was able to do what I needed to do in this business to be able to make that happen, right? And I experienced myself in Bali. And I kept feeling myself there. I'm there with the kids. I'm there, so I know what's happening. I'm there with the kids. And I started to allow myself to feel the excitement and the joy of being in Bali, and then wisdom popped up. What actions do I need to take? I need to do this, and this. Just little bits and pieces. And as I took the actions, I just kept feeling in the present moment what I wanted, right? And then sure enough, I was able to go to Bali. And what was interesting is that even while I was in Bali, I'm in Bali having fun. In this business that we do, I'm like, I've got people coming to me even from Los Angeles. I'm like, I'm in Bali, and they're showing up while I'm sleeping in my business in Los Angeles. It's the coolest thing ever, how this stuff works. So, but and while I was in Bali, I went into like absolute feeling the moment of appreciation of being there. And now I can think about it. I remember, I can be, oh, you're hungry. Okay, well, we're going to end this soon. We got a hungry kid. He recently woke up, so I'm not hungry kid, so I go feed him. But it still all sits in the present. And even if I'm thinking about the beautiful moments there, I'm feeling and experiencing it now. It's always in the now, right? And like you said about releasing the past, you can reframe your past. If you release with forgiveness on some of the things like Irina was talking about, the past, you get to live the past. You get to live in the present, a happy place about the past because you've lived in a positive place. I remember what it was. There's one thing I remember I was going to say. Irina, you said something about trying to get rid of the negative thoughts. And I know what you mean by that, but I just want to make for clarity for everybody so that they understand what I know what you mean by this. The thoughts are always going to be there. Negative thoughts are always going to cross. Because we're on a dense planet where every thought that's ever thought, it's literally out there just like the radio waves. Right now there's radio waves flipping through you. There's satellite things. We can't see them. The thought waves are flipping through. We are receivers. So those thoughts are always going to cross. It was a massive shift for me when I realized that powerful people like Dave and Dee and like Michael Bernard Beckwith and Bob Proctor and, Tony Robbins or anybody else that you might admire, okay? The thoughts still cross. The difference is they don't bring them in and give them a home. They don't let that sit in the moment for very long. It's like if you were to accidentally turn on a radio or TV station that was like really super negative, what would you do? You're looking, change the channel. You just change the channel into feeling in the present moment something that's positive, right? Living in the present moment and moment to moment of something that's positive. So if a negative thought crosses and you notice that it's negative, I would love to encourage you to take that moment and bring in a positive space of being so excited that you actually were able to be in the present moment and notice that negative thought. Because who's doing the noticing, right? It's the real you, your higher self that's doing that noticing. So when that thought crosses, let it go. Don't get upset at yourself for having the negative thought because they're always going to be there. It's just whether or not you give it a home. They're always going to be there. Release it, let it go, get excited by the fact that you noticed it, and allow yourself to live in the present moment of something wonderful and experience a positive future that's always here now anyways. So, I don't know. Did you guys, that make sense what I just said?
Complete. Yes, total sense.
Yeah, because I'm just saying, because I know the trap I was in for decades.
Yeah.
Myself, but decades. I made that mistake. So, anyways, again, one last trick.
Yes,
CJ.
and also,
Yeah.
sorry. And also, in a negative thought, maybe the key of your success is on that negative thought. So if you analyze it, maybe the key for the life that you want to live is there. So I think that's very interesting when we think, oh, I'm not good enough, or I'm not I don't love myself, or something like that. Maybe the key for the life that you want to live is, okay, you have to start to believing that you are worthy of abundance, of prosperity, of the life that you want. If your thought is I don't love myself, that's your issue that you have to solve. Start loving yourself today. So don't get angry about yourself for having a negative thought. Just be grateful for that and let it go.
Exactly. It can be a springboard into the positive. It's like a blessing. Everything becomes a blessing. Everything in the moment becomes something wonderful because it's like the awareness. If you allow yourself to notice it, the awareness, yes, I noticed it and I'm not that. I can choose something different in the moment.
You can change your path.
Yeah, that's so powerful. Using it, literally turning it into a blessing. I love it.
And what everyone needs to understand is that we're all brand new to, we're not brand new now, but in the beginning, we were all brand new to this. None of us were freedom movements. We were not online individuals. We all had jobs with corporate Americas. We were all moms working part-time, or part-time moms, full-time employees. So I don't want anyone that's viewing this saying, oh my gosh, I can't be on that panel. I'm not good enough to be on that panel. Yes, you are. Every single one of you watching can do what we do. We've all learned from each other. We've all learned from the audios. Each and every one of us have struggles. For me, I lost myself somewhere between having 3 kids and being married for 12 years. I lost the individual that I was, and because of this community, I found who I was again. And corporate America took that from me, and my family lost me for a short period of time, but now I'm back. So just want to remind everybody that you can change, and there are people out there that will help you, and you're not alone, and we're here.
I just wanted to say, CJ, you saying that makes me feel better. I know that sounds bad, but you saying that you were lost, it just makes me feel better, because I was that mum who was just doing what I needed to do. There was no connection to my kids, no connection to myself, my family. So for me, you saying that makes me feel a little bit better, because I didn't want to admit that I was disconnected from my family, and that's yeah. Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome, babe. Love you, hon.
Yeah, I love you too.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And for those of you that don't have kids, when I started it, I had my kids, but my decision-making process on this, like, oh, hi, kitty. Hi. I'm going to pull this up for a second. You say hi.
Who's that?
Hey, hi, hon.
Who is that?
So sweet. I said to pull that up for you, CJ. Yeah, so cute. Oh, but yeah, just the ability to when I first started this, it did start like kind of like Irina and I, we have sort of a similar thing in the sense of just kind of the job and things that we did. I mean, I was miserable for so many years, not living what I wanted to live, not you know, and especially, you know, for those of you that, you know, maybe you're looking for a way out, and I call it the golden handcuffs, because it's hard to leave a 6-figure job. It's a hard thing to do. It's hard to leave anything. You know, we come from different perspectives here, a lot of us here, but I mean, and feeling like you're trapped. I felt very trapped. Because it's like, well, I trained for all these years to do this thing. I did the thing you're supposed to do. You go to school, and I trained, right, to do this thing. And then there I was, and I was like, I don't want to get up in the morning. I don't want to go to school. I was getting sick all the time because I didn't want to be there. You know? It was like, what does it take for me to realize? It was like, you know? And, I mean, it took for me, like you said, being pregnant, sitting in that office pregnant with the 2 realities were meshing, going, whoa, if I don't do something about this. And I was laid off as well. I had, you know, corporate America studio. I worked for MGM Studios. It went bankrupt. Those who may even know what it is. It went bankrupt. And laid, you know, my department, all the attorneys, it was like Bloody Friday. And I had a decision. I was home with my babies when it happened. They were little. I had preemies. They were really little, and I'd made this really powerful decision that somehow I was going to figure it out. I was going to be home with them, and then sure enough, you know, my opportunity. I could have tried to go look for another lawyer job, and I'd started to do that. And it was like it was killing me. It was like on the inside, I felt like I was dying because I wasn't. You know, I finally said, no, I'm not going to do this. And I looked. This didn't exist at the time. I looked for a while. I looked for quite some time to find what it is that this is. Believe me, I was out there looking. And I'm just so grateful that this is here. I'm so grateful for the community that is possible, that, you know, people from all circumstances, from all over the world, whatever your dream is, whatever your needs are, you know, everything from the stay-at-home mom that needs to stay at home to someone that just wants to, you know, live a life of value. You know, live the dream, be your authentic self. Yeah. All that is like, you know, having this lifeline of people here it's amazing. So, on that note, those of you, you know, if you're still here, that means, you know, there's something resonating with you. Click that button below. If you're in our community and you want to be able to see us, we can make that happen. You know, that's possible. connect with the people that brought you here. Connect with the link below, and we will all see you soon on the other side. We will be. Oh, by the way, we have another hangout next Monday with the mums, and again, connect with us on the inside. You'll be able to get access the mum hangout, and and find out when that is. But we'll be here 2 weeks from now, and when this is over, I'll change the date. So you'll know what the date is for our next one here. And I'm excited for you.
Can I just say one thing?
Absolutely.
Okay. A lot of people who might be watching this may be thinking, I don't know what I want. I don't know how I feel. I am completely lost to the point of you don't know what your dreams are. You don't know what anything is just lost. This system can help you do what you need to do, and help build yourself of who you are. Because I know I was lost, but I've seen Sarita and I thought, I want that. That was my only thought. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that if you don't know what you want, you don't know anything, it's pretty good. It helps you work out a lot of stuff and helps you deal with your crap. I've had to deal with my crap. This business has taught me how to let go of who I used to be and embrace who I am now. And I wasn't like that. I was that negative Nelly. I'm not like that anymore. I'm very positive and very happy and things like that. So I just wanted to add that because it is, sometimes you have no idea at all. So that's all I wanted to add.
Love that, Narshaee. Thank you so much.
Narshaee.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so it's this transformation, not just financially, but personally, and that's what it's all about anyways. So
Yep, yep.
we get it on all fronts, the money and the transformation. It's beautiful. So love you all, and connect with us in the chat. You're watching this in the replay. Please comment. Please let us know your thoughts. Add to it. At our community that's even on our panel, you're watching this in the replay. Comment. Join our conversations. You're a part of this as well. And excited for you all, and see you all very soon.